Now that was the first drawer, so we're on to the second drawer. This is the Bad Habit Coat Mania palette. I have yet to use it. I honestly forgot about it, but I believe this is a dupe for the Pat McGrath, however you say it, shadows. I don't know because I'm too cheap to buy an eyeshadow palette for that much money, but this is what it looks like, and I just know that it's going to be good because honestly, I like Bad Habit shadows. I don't mind them at all. So next palette is the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette. This is what it looks like. I don't think I used this palette once. I think I was going to in the summertime of last year, and then my memory card went missing, so I never used it, unfortunately. But I do plan on using it for the spring and summertime because it does look really, really beautiful. Next one is this Profusion Matte palette. So this still has the plastic on it, so there's no reason for me to like open it. I don't know why I bought it. I have a lot of Morphe palettes, so these shades are in Morphe palettes. So yeah, I think, you know, you'll see this in a declutter, and I'm just gonna put this to the side. I also have the Makeup Revolution Sophie X Extra Spice palette. Now I did use this about 3 times, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. This shade is so ugly. I'm just not a fan of it. I have shades like this already, so you might see this in the future declutter because I honestly have not reached for it. This doesn't call to me. I'm not excited looking at this. This is from Forever Luxe Lashes. This is Once Upon a Shimmer. This is just a pressed glitter palette. I honestly love this. I am affiliated with Forever Luxe Beauty, Forever Luxe Lashes. I don't really speak on it just because I don't want to feel like I'm pushing my cold down your throat. But I did use this a lot when I first started practicing makeup, as you can tell. I really dug into this one, this shade right here, these two right here. It's just, I just really love this. The next palette is the Profusion Sienna's palette. I heard so much great things about it, and I honestly have not used it. As you can see, I have so much of these shades. I did take the plastic off because I took a picture for my Instagram, and I do plan on keeping this because I do want to use it. As you can tell, I already showed you probably about 4 palettes with this same color scheme. So, yeah. This is the Kylie Cosmetics Halloween palette. This is the first palette that I actually purchased from Kylie Cosmetics, and to be 100% honest with you, I was not impressed. I really do like this shade right here, but for the most part, I just felt like you could get this for way cheaper, and I don't know why it's not focusing. Probably because it's tired of me talking about it. So this is the ColourPop Good Sport palette, and I'm happy that I have this in my collection. Now, a lot of people said this reminded them of the gingerbread palette, and I do think so as well. I did purchase this one first, and then I went and purchased the gingerbread palette just because I had nothing else to buy, and I was stupid. But I am happy that I have this in my collection. This is the Alamar palette. We got this in a BoxyCharm, and honestly, I love this palette. I used this about probably 8 times. I really do enjoy this palette. I haven't reached for it in a really long time, but I did enjoy it when we got it, and I do need to try to reach for it again. This is the ColourPop Through My Eyes palette. I actually made a video about this, and I honestly really did enjoy this palette. This palette is so good. I'm kind of embarrassed that I don't reach for it anymore because I feel like this palette is so good. So this palette is from Bad Habit. This is a dupe for the Huda Beauty palette. I believe it's the Desert Dust palette. I'm not sure the name of this palette, so bear with me. I did use this a couple times, and I really honestly do enjoy it, and happy I got this in my collection because I'm not paying $65 for a palette. I did buy the Huda Beauty Nude palette, but I ended up getting that for a good deal. But I'm happy I got this, so yeah. So this is the Juvia's Place, the Nubian palette. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it is just your basic neutral palette. Like I said, I have many shades like this before, but I love Juvia's Place, so of course I was going to purchase it, especially when they had it on sale. I think this was only like $8, $9, something like that. So I did purchase it. I haven't used it as of yet, but I do plan on it one day. Speaking of spending $65 on a palette, here it goes, the the new nude palette from Huda Beauty. I did use this once. I filmed a video on it. I haven't reached for it since. But that's just because I haven't been reaching for makeup since. So, yeah. But I got this for, I think I got this during the Sephora sale. So I didn't pay the whole $65, even though it was still a pretty penny. So this is the Violet Rose Colorful palette. This is what it looks like. I have not used it, to be honest with you. I'm hopefully gonna get to it soon, but yeah, so that is that palette. I did purchase this during the Sephora sale when they first came out during the holidays, and I don't regret it at all. This palette is from Shop Hush. This is the Face Candy palette. Now, this was a whole part of, you know, last year Tarte did April Fools, and then Face Candy took it upon themselves to do the color scheme because everybody was happy. I haven't used it yet, but I heard great things about it. Some people say it's good. Some people say they don't like it. I just feel like this is a decent palette. It's so beautiful, and even if you have to work with it a little bit, it's only like $12. This is from Bad Habit. I was really happy when I got this palette, and I have still yet to use it. This is a Pretty Poison palette. I think I was trying to use it because I used this shade right here, and then I had to stop doing my makeup. So I wasn't able to finish the look. I wasn't able to finish testing it out. But yeah. This palette is the It's My Ray Ray BH Cosmetics palette. I honestly just ordered her new one, and I am ashamed to say that I have not use this palette at all. It is still brand new. It still has a slip and everything. I think I purchased it to be like supportive, but I don't think these shades really call out to me. I do want to try it, I guess, but for the most part everything is still wrapped up. I don't know if I'm ready to let it go, but maybe I'll hold on to it for like a giveaway or something. But it's not really new anymore, so I don't know if I should even bother. This is the Anastasia Prism palette, and this was the palette that I was just getting into makeup at the time, so I wasn't into colors as of yet, but I still wanted it just because I knew I loved ABH, and I felt like it was the newest palette out, and I had to get it. I don't regret getting this, but I don't remember the last time that I actually reached for it. So I definitely want to try to get some more use out of this, especially because this is limited edition, and I don't think you could buy it anymore. So me even using it on my channel is just not going to happen. So this is the ColourPop Disney Collection eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like. It is brand new. I didn't use it. I believe I purchased it just because I wanted to purchase other palettes. But yeah, I still haven't used it, so I look forward to giving this a try. Some people like it. Some people think it's a waste of money. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy I got it. Is the Emily Edits the Needs palette. I used this one time in a video. I think I picked it up twice after that, and that was that. I don't know when I'm actually going to be using this palette. For the most part, you might see it in a declutter just because I feel like it's not fair for me to keep this. This doesn't call to me. It just doesn't call to me at all. And yeah, I just feel awful because I really love her channel, but yeah, I honestly forgot I had this. This is the CoverGirl Peach Punch palette. I never used this. I never swatched this. I did open it to take a picture for Instagram, so it's not brand new like enclosed. But I want to give this palette a shot, but then it's like, do I really want to give it a shot, or am I just being selfish to dig into a palette that maybe I don't really need to? But the thing is, I don't have a lot of people that I could give makeup to that they actually really like makeup, so for that I'll just keep it in my drawer. I have this little ColourPop Make Up Your Mind palette. This is what it looks like. I have not used it as of yet. I'm not sure if I got this for free or I paid like a cheap price for it, but I do have it. And I think this shade is really, really pretty, and this shade as well. So here is the ColourPop Yes Please palette. I took it out of the packaging because it was so dirty, and I put it in here. As you can see, the color scheme, again, bear with me, okay? Bear with me. But I really do like this palette. I really do enjoy this palette. I love this shade and this shade right here and this shade. I did set it up in the same order that it was in the palette. I didn't move anything around just because, I don't know, that's just not like me. But that is the Yes Please palette. And of course, the Modern Renaissance palette. This is what it looks like. I think this is probably the most used out of a palette. And as you can see, I still didn't even hit pan. I really want to try to hit pan on a shadow soon. A lot of people say these are easy to hit pan on. So maybe, you know, maybe I'll give this some love soon. This is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. My sister actually purchased this for me. I still have not used it, but I am so thankful for her purchasing. She purchased this and a couple other stuff, which was really a surprise. So this is going to stay in my collection forever, and I just need to get around to use it. This is a Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions. Now, I did use this and I honestly truly do enjoy it. I did purchase this during the Sephora sale, but I just love Huda Beauty's formula. I just wish her prices was a little bit more lower, but you can't go wrong with this palette. I mean, I like it. This is the Ace Beauty palette that we got in our BoxyCharm, and honestly, I used it about once and I never used it again. I do want to try to get some use out of it, but this is probably going to end up in a declutter real soon. This is the Lime Crime Venus 3 palette. My fiance actually purchased this for Mother's Day last year. I used it a couple times. I don't think I ever was able to post a look on it, just because maybe I didn't take a picture, or just maybe I didn't like the way it turned out. But I do need to give this some more loving. It is a pretty palette. It's very pigmented. And I do like Lime Crime, even though, you know, their brand is a little bit drama and chaotic. This is the Bad Habit After Hours palette. This is a dupe for, I think, the Mob Obsessions, and I love this palette. I did a look with this palette and I got so much compliments with it. I was supposed to show how I did the look, and then I went MIA, so I do apologize about that, but I really love this palette. There is a lot of fallout, but it's okay. That's fine. And I think this was on sale for like $8 one day. Here is my baby, the Riviera palette. I actually just purchased this. I think this is so beautiful. I want to make a video about it, but then I don't know. I should have did that today, but I went for a basic look. But I'm so happy I got this palette. I was not expecting this from ABH at all. I don't think anybody was expecting this. So this is the Natasha Mini Sunset palette. This is what it looks like. I'm not sure if my camera is focusing. My camera's just acting up with these mini palettes right now. But I have not used it, have not swatched it. Really want to give it a shot. This is a Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 palette. This is what it looks like. My sister actually purchased this for me. I have not gotten around to use it, but I'm so grateful for it. So I will be using it soon. Don't know why it's not focusing. I do apologize. There's also the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, I believe the first one. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I still have not used it, but hopefully I get to use it soon. I also have these mini Smashbox little eyeshadow trios. This is Nude Pick in medium, and this is Showman's. My camera is a little bit funky. Not sure why, but I'll probably just leave a picture of this. I also have the Meet Matchmaker. I got this in a Try Beauty box. This is what the palette looks like. Now, I did use this a couple times, but I only really used the black shade. I didn't use any of the other shades. I use the black shade for when I'm using gel liner and I want to just set it so it doesn't smudge on my eyes. Alright guys, so that is it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the video here. Now, I did wanted to just show you all my eyeshadow palettes, and then when I edit the video, I just edit it into 2 parts by myself. But I just looked at the time and I realized I really have to go. I have to take a shower and I have to get out and I have to run some errands and do what I have to do. So unfortunately, I'm going to stop it here. Now, there is still many palettes to show you. Those palettes I just showed you were in 2 of my drawers. I still have about 2.5 drawers, and I just have underneath my seat. Now, what I sit on to film is basically one of those little rectangular couch seats that has a storage underneath, and I have eyeshadow palettes in there as well, which I have to show you guys. So I really hope you look forward to my next eyeshadow palette collection video, part 2, and then look forward to a declutter after that. Please, if you're looking at it like I'm being so wasteful, I wasted so much money, I should give it away to people that will use it, I know I wasted so much money. believe me, I know. I think about it every single day. I think about it even during the times that I don't get to put on makeup, because I'm like, wow, I don't even wear makeup every day and I have all this makeup for what? It's something that I'm working on. Bear with me. As for giving away, I just feel like if I give it to a friend, they're not really going to use it. So what's the point of it sitting in their dresser? And when it could sit in mine, especially because I paid for it. When it comes to selling on Mercari, I always feel like I get people that try to jip me, try to get the cheap prices, and sometimes it's a little bit annoying. So that's why most of the palettes that I have not touched or swatched or even used yet, I still keep them, because I feel like if I'm going to try to sell them, somebody's going to lowball me for money way less than what I'm asking. And if you're gonna try to lowball me, you might as well try to lowball me on something that I already used. But and especially because I sell it for cheap anyway. So no. But besides that, once again, I just want to let you know that I am not throwing any of this in your face. If you do not have this much eyeshadow palettes, girl, you don't need this much eyeshadow palettes. I fell into watching the bigger YouTubers and wanting all these eyeshadow palettes, and now I'm broke. So anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. Stay tuned for part 2 that will be coming shortly. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.